and finish off the drive, that does him no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now Trubisky to throw on second. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now it's Trubisky. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's the backup Lauletta. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, here's Lauletta. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A give to Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Lauletta. They'll roll him out right. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
A final shot before the break for Lauletta. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, it's Wendell Smallwood. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott pushing through the contact. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Elliott. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just... And he's in! Touchdown, Eagles! Mitchell Trubisky taking it in. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Detroit! Detroit!
Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 39 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Yeldon. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett able to finally get him for a loss of 16. And it's going to lead to a 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19.
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Ertz has it left side. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
New York set to take the field. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Nice footwork at the 25. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Rolling to his right, and he fires one incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Lauletta. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for New York. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big run that time by Elliott. 53 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A dump off to Smallwood. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, Smallwood. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Now it's Trubisky, and that is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Lawletta now on second. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Gone!
Back to throw, Lawletta. He finds Beckham complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Lawletta looking for a first down throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory, as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. The toss out to Barkley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Set, blue 90, blue 90. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
For Loretta, one final throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having